Hello guys and welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to continue the UITableView tutorial. So I already opened a new project and select singular view application. Click next. I'll name it UITable. View. Language Swift of course, and device is iPhone. Click next. Create. The first thing is we are going to start with the storyboard by deleting and selecting and deleting the view controller and dragging the table view controller. Go to Attributes Inspector, click on this option to start the application with this table view controller. Then select this table view cell, go to Attribute Inspector, then identifier, name it cell. This identifier is so important. So in the next tutorials, I will do something special using this identifier. All right, we have everything set up, I guess. Yes. Now go to the and delete view controller.swift. Then select this folder and right click to import a new class from iOS source, Coco Touch class. Click next. First UITableView controller .swift, language Swift. Next. Create. Next, we need to import to create UITableView cell. Subclass will be cell. Now, both of them are ready to use in our UITableView controller. The first one will be subclass of UITableView controller, which is this one. The second one is UITableView cell, which is this one. All right. So any outlet or element you put it here, you have to create outlet inside this UITableView cell, not inside this UITableView controller. Now, let's connect this UITableView cell with the class. Go to Identity Inspector, then change the class name to TableView cell. Alright, then select the view controller, table view controller, then go to Identity Inspector, then change the class name to Table View Controller, and check the connection inspector that has data source and delegate has been connected. Alright, go back, then go to table view controller.swift class. As you can see, there are comments which are functions but inside the comment. So delete this comment. All we need is only these functions. The first one will be number of sections in table view. The second will be number of rows in section. The third will be cell for row index at index path. These are the main functions that we are going to use in storyboard. So, sorry about that. We have number of sections. As I told you in the previous tutorial, that we have sections. in our case, we have only one section and one cell. The second function, we have number of rows. So we'll return the number of cell number. This is row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we will return the number of rows in section. The last one, we configure the cell here. Let's go back to storyboard and give some space, like 70 of height. Then drag label. Alright. Now it's good. Alright. Go to RPT to Assistant Editor. Select the UITableView cell. Go to here, to Manual, to UITableView, to UITableView folder. Then select the TableView to cell.swift class to connect this outlet inside the UITableView cell. Select and control drag. Name this outlet label. Alright. Type UI label, strong, storage will be strong. Alright. Let's go back. TableView controller. First, we have to declare a constant that contains an array of names. So let names equals to open square bracket, to quotation and close it. The first name will be Swift. The second will be Apple. The third will be iOS. Then the last will be Mac. Alright. This array, we will count this array, the number of elements inside this array, and return this number inside the number of rows. So we know that the cell at index 0 has Swift. The cell at index 1 will be Apple, and so on. So here we just only return names equals dot count. That's it. The number of sections will be equals to 1, because we only have one section, right? Then the cell for row at index path, we have a constant that called cell equals to TableView.deq reusable cell for identifier, open a parentheses, the name of the identifier, which is cell. Alright? For index path, as UITableView cell. If you didn't create UITableView cell class, you just keep it like this. But we have done already. So we change it to TableView cell and hit enter. Now everything is ready. Now let's show the names inside the cell. So to configure this cell, you should use cell constant dot label dot text equals to names of square bracket, open a square bracket, index path dot row as question mark as string. Let's build, check it out. Build succeeded. Alright. So cell is a constant that of type table view cell, has identifier called cell, and cell of type table view cell has IB outlet called label, which is this one, label, and connected to the storyboard. Dot text, the property of UI label, equals to names this array, square bracket index dot row, that is the start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on, as string, that transform this count to string. Alright, let's run and check it out. As you can see that we have Swift, Apple, iOS, Mac. Now let's add some other, like Steve Jobs, and run again. Alright, it's here. Alright, it's real easy. All you have to do is implementing these three functions, the main functions actually. These are very important. If you want to customize, I will going to show you how to do it in next tutorials. Don't be rush. Alright, so sorry about that, I'm a little bit nervous today. See you to the next tutorial. Bye.